Hey friend, in this video, I'm going to show you quickly how to handle envelopes and automation in Reaper specifically. So for some of your most common envelopes, which really volume and pan are the most common, there are actually some shortcuts for it. So if you select a track, like we have here, violins, and then you hit just V on your keyboard, that brings up volume. If you hit it again, it goes away. If you hit P, it brings up pan. And then also, if you want something else that aren't those two or are something that are specific to your VST, your plugin, then hit this trim button that we have right here. And you can see you can actually select different options such as the regular envelopes that everything comes with, like volume and pan, but also things specific to your VST. So I'm using contact, dynamics, and expression are something that I can make visible. And then sure enough, if we look, you can see that now I've made those visible. Now I've edited those in the past, which is why you can see there's already some automation in there because I've already done those. But just for example, let's bring the volume back up. All you have to do to adjust these, it's super easy. Hold Control, and as you can see, it brings up this pen button. And then if you just click and hold, then you can just draw the animations. Super simple. So all I did was Control and then click. Now, of course, you can just do singular points. I find it easier to control and then draw. So just as an example, we will draw some volume here and tank it so that you can tell the obvious difference. So that was fairly obvious, and you can tell that it is in fact working. So that's all there is to it. Now, if you are getting into songwriting and arranging, I think there are 4 elements of music theory that every single songwriter absolutely needs to know. There's a bunch of other stuff that is helpful for songwriting and can really help you a lot, but these 4 are the 4 that will take you about 80% of the way and will make you so much more efficient in your songwriting and will make arranging so much easier. And that's just intervals, which is sort of foundational to what the other 3 are, which are keys, chords, and chord progressions. If you understand those 4 things well, that will help you to be a much faster songwriter and a much faster arranger and be able to know what you're doing beyond just thinking to yourself, oh, I know G chords and C chords sound good together, and other things that aren't technically true. There are times that's true, like in the context of C major, a C and G chord would sound good next to each other or going from one to the other. Yes, that's generally the case. In other keys, that might not be the case. For example, in the key of D major, a G chord would still quote unquote sound good because it's the 4 chord, it's the 4 major chord, whereas a C major chord might not sound very good in that context unless you are in the Mixolydian mode, but that is a whole other conversation. That's even deeper music theory. So if any of that was another language to you, be sure to check that out. Free link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll talk to you in the next one.